Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the human revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever. Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the human revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever. Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Okay, humanity's destiny is going to be altered forever. And good evening to you as well. Welcome to the stream, welcome back. Tonight we are still playing 2064 read-only memories. The one that I'm I want to call it random access memory. They should have done the sequel. I know they're doing the sequel called Neurodriver, but yeah, maybe they should have gone with this one, but that never mind, that's just stuff. Alright, you might notice that the setup is different today in terms of the webcam. Which way is this? Yeah, that way. Yep, the webcam is different, and also I've added some lights over here, over there. I'll see how it looks, I'll see what it does, and yeah, I'm trying to improve the quality little by little. Okay, before the game, wait, let me stop you right there. Before the game goes into another introduction, Yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. Okay. Basically, let's get back into action. Let's continue wherever we stopped. Okay, so what did we do last time? Right, we need to go to the club again.
Go inside to make the drop. We'll wait out here.
Wait, that's not correct. We've done this already. Wait. Saves. Right. That's not the right save. Let me see. So this one is slot B. But this one is slot A, chapter 4, right. This one is chapter 3. Oh. We're gonna load this one. Yeah, because we've done this. Exactly. Now we're talking to Turing.
Let's keep it the path we're on.
Let's do it. Oh, I thought he's gonna brief me onto the path we're on. Alright, but we should definitely go there. Okay. Right, we need to get in the
COS.io Corporation office building. It looks like most of the businesses on this block are a part of the same corporate coalition under COS.io.
Casio. Is that important?
Well, perhaps. At the very least, it means it's unlikely they're the ones interfering with Augmented Eye's articles. Not impossible, but unlikely.
How so? I guess we'll have to look further afield. Okay, how so?
Generally, the companies in a coalition don't have a whole lot of overlap. Augmented Eye is a news app focused on local tech and culture stories, with an emphasis on hybrids' rights and cybernetics issues. None of the other companies in the coalition cover news, so they aren't related at all, which is very much standard practice for these groups. They have nothing to gain by inviting companies with whom they compete, and thus none of them would benefit by trying to undermine Augmented Eye's credibility as a news source.
Can you tell me more about these coalitions? Makes sense, maybe another news outlet? Actually, I didn't really get what he says.
In
What he
the early
means.
2020s, the California government was pretty much going bankrupt. A poor national economy and repeated voter initiatives meant the state didn't have the tax revenue to continue running municipal services.
Okay.
They kept pushing the tax burden down the totem pole until poorer cities were just flat broke. No police, no road work, complete public service collapse.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
Then, one of the smaller cities sold all of their public infrastructure, police and fire included, to a private corporation. This was eventually challenged in court, but several Silicon Valley corporations started a grassroots initiative to have citizens pass an amendment to the state constitution allowing it.
Wowsies.
They succeeded, and most of the major cities in the state sold off their public services to private corporations. Some places, like Los Angeles, just sold to the highest bidder. Which is probably why LA is essentially in a constant gang turf war, with one side wearing the uniforms of the studio-owned police forces.
Wow, this is very anti-utopian. Hello, doggy under my desk. Alright, I'm listening.
The cities in the Bay Area were a little more selective, and most of the municipal services are owned by multi-corporation coalitions. They split the bill of running the city between them and keep each other from being too corrupt in their usage of the police force and such from fear of a PR disaster and being kicked out of the coalition.
Really? I don't think it works.
It means there isn't as much money going around, which is why the NSFPD's equipment is out of date and the meshnet is so successful over normal cable networks.
Alright, so basically they sold it to corporations, but then corporations did nothing. Because they were afraid.
After all, without the promise of the city infrastructure bought and paid for, the corporations all treat running the city like a charity and PR stunt.
Interesting take on the cyberpunk future.
But at least the police aren't irredeemably corrupt. The fire trucks still show up on time, and the water runs to all parts of the city.
That's a very low bar.
That can't be said for some areas of the state.
I didn't realize things were that bad elsewhere. Why hasn't the federal government stepped in? Like, have we been living under the rock? Why does the robot know everything and we don't? Some journalist, are we right?
I haven't spent enough time learning about the subject or politics in general to give you an educated answer. If I go by the posts people make on the meshnet, I'd say a combination of having bigger fish to fry and caving to corporate pressure. People seem certain that the larger multinational companies would love to be able to buy their own towns on a national scale, and are pumping money into Congress to try and make that happen. They hold up Neo-SF as an example of their success, while trying to bury the problems in LA as an anomaly. Combine that with unrest abroad, and I guess they don't have a whole lot of motivation to try and stop it. Historical precedent seems to lend credence to this interpretation, if you're willing to believe my hasty readings on the subject.
Fair enough. Thanks for filing me in.
You're welcome. I am happy to assist.
Wow. Future seems exciting. Alright, so we go in, I guess.
The meshnet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirmed she's expecting us. All we have to do now is head up and talk to her. No shenanigans this time.
Hello, Zin.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye. You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up.
Yep.
Have a seat. Would you like a drink?
Already have one. Hassie hot would get split.
My assistant will bring it right away. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this.
Don't worry. What's that cutie over there? Is that a rabbit or a rabbit hobbit?
Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options. Chances are I have another corporation scoping out my territory. If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So if I'm damned either way, I'd rather it be by the media. At least then we can fight back on a familiar battlefield. Now, what do you know about our problem here?
Frankly speaking, I don't remember. Someone is tampering with your articles in the mesh.
That's
Right?
the long and short of it. My network admin is pulling their hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network.
Ooh, that's not good. Is it?
The versions on our servers are still the originals, but at some point after they hit the mesh, they get changed. I'm hoping that you can do some digging, maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on who might be doing it. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help.
What kind of changes are being made?
Mostly little things. Word choice, tone of the writing, things that make the writer appear more or less extreme on a topic. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making our articles more positive on new technologies coming out, and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution.
Is that bad?
That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the Human Revolution protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out the fires. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights with the Human Revolution if I don't have to.
Okay, why are you so sure this isn't an inside job?
I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else.
Well, what if it's network admin who's doing the changes?
They told me that they tore out all of the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to even begin to claim to understand. I pay them big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig up something that tells me otherwise.
Oh, yeah, we should talk to them. Do you have any idea where I should start looking?
Not really. My admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net.
Huh.
Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among wolves, so their control over the mesh network provisions is strangling. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. Doubtful they need to. I'm sure you'll be a good journo and bring me back the right answer.
Good journal is my second name. Second and third. Okay, that's a start.
I know tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal start, but it's the best we can do with the info we have. Anything else I can tell you, off the record? If you want it on the record, it'll cost you your firstborn and a really good cigar.
Haha. Okay, can you think of any reason why you're being targeted? No. If anyone else's article's being manipulated. Okay, good questions.
Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055, almost 10 years ago now. We focus on more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings, on top of major news. We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it. They invested in the right places and it paid off. COS.io Corp is happy to have us here in the OSF. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us. Unless they're just trying to embroil us in a mudslinging match with the Human Revolution, and there are much more direct ways of making that happen.
Well... Okay.
Alright, look. I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets out, I'd have to answer some really hard questions. So, you didn't hear this from me. You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova. That's all I'll say. And remember, you take a bite out of him with my name as your defense, I drop you fast.
Kat, what's the real reason you're bringing in outside help? Because she doesn't trust her staff? Your own journalist should be able to handle digging up some dirt on the hacker.
What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? Because I'd really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, right? My journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews, implant releases, not taking too many stims so they remember what they did at raves for the after-party reports.
Oopsie.
This needs an investigative journalist with serious contacts, not tech personalities. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people. Now, does that cover it? I'd like to remove my nose from your ass.
That's it for now. I'll get back to you if I have more questions.
No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you. Plausible deniability and all that. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with me not even secondhand, but third hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get with my person. Don't come here directly. Now, I'd show you the door, but you know the way. And this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out. Good luck, and goodbye.
Well, that was more confrontational than I'd have expected, considering she was the one needing help.
Well, kind of, yeah, I agree.
She never brought you that water either.
Oh, he's so nice.
Is it always like this?
She knows the game, but we didn't walk away with nothing. Okay, people don't usually give away much. Secrets are expensive. Without lies, there wouldn't be much to write about.
Very true. I will admit that I am interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax.
Yeah.
If all of
We
this
have
really
access,
is
don't we?
due to somebody manipulating the mesh net on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all.
True.
That said, I will take care not to get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path. Anyway, seems like our next step is... What the...
What? Uh-oh. Really, what there? Oh, shoot.
What the... That's Sin!
Holy shite. What the hell happened? Oh no, we need to go to help her. Oh, that's one way to get plausible deniability.
She was defenestrated. Emergency services are already on the way, and we are severely ill-equipped to help her. We should head back to her office and see if we can determine what happened here. Perhaps we can still dispense justice.
Uh-oh. Wow, that's so bad.
We can't leave now. We won't have a chance to investigate Zen's office once the police arrive.
Oh. Alright. I thought we were gonna go back to our office.
It looks like the desk has been cleared off.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence. The police will be here soon.
Okay, so that's...
Even a ROM like that doesn't deserve an end like this.
So that's the bunny rabbit. Can we take it? Don't touch it. Still evidence. Okay. Alright.
Her personal computer is not password protected at the moment. Give me a moment to look through her files.
Come on,
Just
download
keep your
everything.
Fingerprints off of the keyboard.
Oh, very convenient. You don't
Most of
have
this
key
isn't very interesting.
fingerprints. Alright. Oh.
Committee reports, financials, article submissions. Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor Charlie Nova stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since the human revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect, considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zin seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the Augmented Eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to.
Okay. What is this photograph? Okay, a picture of a toupee is an odd thing to frame. Oh. Oh wait, that's an animal of some kind. Okay, the flawless foliage hath fallen. What else? Swanky looking desk that curves out the edges. Anything? Oh, what's that? And here you are, peeking at the video games after you've been told repeatedly to get you in a hurry out. Well, yeah, why not? I might take it. It's not plugged into the monitor, and your imagination is only so powerful. I can find another monitor to plug it in. Thank you very much. You ignore the murder evidence and thumb through the cartridges. Yep, sweet. An unopened duck game.
This game gives me the urge to start quacking uncontrollably. Is something wrong with me?
No, it's fine. It's the standard reaction. Should we take it? Take it.
Maybe later if you find something educational. Or an adventure game. Your investigative skills could use a tickle.
Ooh, this one.
My thermal sensors only detect a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window.
3 feet away. Okay.
Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine Zin jumped from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help. But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots.
You saying no one else was in here?
It doesn't look like it. We should go. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on the scene.
Son of a...
I knew she's gonna show up. Lexi, hello.
I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just won't stay out of trouble no matter what I say, will you?
Listen, we were just walking by. Lay off, will you? You don't know what you're talking about. This is a total misunderstanding.
Oh yeah. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't drag you in for questioning right now.
We're friends?
I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What he said.
We had an appointment with Zin to discuss a possible lead and found her office in this state of disrepair.
Of course you did. Damn it. Fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy scraping bodies off the pavement. You hear me?
Certainly, Detective Rivers. I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately, and we can speak further at a later time.
Yeah, whatever. Get moving.
Oh, look at that. Kai, why did you lie to Lexi? We could have told her about the articles. I didn't think she would buy it. She wouldn't have from me.
It doesn't matter anyway. Detective Rivers has every bit of information that Zin gave us on that computer. Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours is halted if we're stuck giving answers she can just as well get from a hard drive.
He's got the point.
Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zin out of that window could be after the same thing we are, except to silence the story rather than to get it out?
Mm-hmm.
We have little time for fooling about and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. I have highlighted the main Neo-SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map.
Cool, let's go.
Let's go! I hope some pity for me still remains, considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start. I suppose we should just ask the receptionist to point us to somebody who can answer our questions.
Okay, do you know anything about Team Entertainment? What do you know about Charlie Nova? Sounds like a plan. Alright. Let's go through.
Honestly, you do have your own mesh access, yes? I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making. We hardly have time for me to blather out every bit of exposition you desire when you could just go look it up on your own.
Oh goodness, he sounds like my mom. You just do a good job of making it concise. Listen, pal, you're just a good search engine machine. So now you decide to shut up.
Fair enough. If you think it will save time, I can continue to rattle off these facts when you ask for them. I just ask that you keep your queries to a minimum. We don't have a whole lot of time. Let me pull up the information you requested.
What can you tell me about?
TMI Entertainment is a relatively popular celebrity and gossip news conglomerate. They own OK Today.
Should we know it?
They did a good job transitioning from the traditional media models of television and news to the net-based model prevalent now, pioneered by their digital newspaper, OK Today's The Scanline.
Oh, we read it in the
Some
beginning.
might call their programs rags, but opinion on the mesh seems more favorable than not. They stick to mostly good-natured prying and lean away from the seedier nastiness that paparazzi can get up to. As such, they have a positive relationship with many celebrities and regularly get exclusive scoops that keep their ratings up, despite their refusal to peddle in the darker side of the celebrity news circuit.
Right, so they are, what's that? What's the name for it? The, yellow press, but not that yellow. Okay, so what do we know about Charlie?
Charlie Nova is TMI Entertainment's most popular TV personality. He's gotten consistently high ratings for almost a decade and isn't afraid to tell you about it. The chatter on the mesh paints him as a bit arrogant, but in that loud, backslapping kind of way that a media star can get away with. He's best known for hosting Star in the Stratosphere. It's one of those talent-seeking reality programs. Apparently, when TMI can't organically discover enough celebrities, they just manufacture them. Oh, and also, according to this blog, Charlie's hair is flawless.
Got it. Well, there's a receptionist person, so we should talk to them. Ooh,
To TMI Entertainment.
look at those ears.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but we talk to whomever is in charge here. I have a story we're about to break and wanted to offer TMI an opportunity to comment.
I really can't let you in without an appointment. I can maybe pencil you in for next Wednesday?
What, next Wednesday?
We
Seriously?
don't have time for this.
Come on, keep your cool, Turing.
People's lives are on the line here, and all you care about is an appointment?
Wow, he's stressed. Don't shout at her. Come down. Yeah, they're right.
Oh, look, if it's that important, I can buzz you through to Sympathy.
Sympathy.
But she isn't going to be very happy about being bothered off schedule, so don't get your hopes up. And, try not to make her too mad. I'll be the one dealing with the fallout.
Right, of course. I apologize. We will be as tactful as possible, I assure you.
Yeah.
Okay, she's over on the other side of the room. Head straight there, because she doesn't like it when people bother the talent.
Assistant. Newsroom employee. Wait a minute. Is it her?
Hey, you! Over here, now.
Who's this?
What are you doing bothering my people? I thought I told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over her eyes.
Don't be rude to
She
her.
makes a
She's
decent
nice.
Coffee.
Are you Sympathy? Yeah, so much sympathy I see. Nina said we should speak to you.
Yes, I am. And if you don't mind, I keep the show running here, so I'll be brief. What are you doing in my building?
We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your personalities, Charlie Nova. Someone has been manipulating his articles on the meshnet and turning them into scathing attacks against the human revolution. We are trying to track the culprit, and we need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down further leads.
You let your ROM do all the talking for you? Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat rave about.
No, he's just better in speaking.
Of course I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me.
Because, you know, together?
Super hacker twists Meshnet news for personal political vendetta? The clicks basically farm themselves.
We're willing to trade info with you. I'm willing to break the story under TMI's banner. Say that to Zin. Huh. Well, Zin asked us not to kind of drag her into that, but now she's dead. Well, allegedly. what kind of info we can... Well, we can try it, right?
Not interested. I already have a pretty decent idea of where to look next. And if that doesn't pan out, I have our primary server cluster chewing through mesh posts looking for inconsistencies. I'll figure this one out on my own, without some newbie mucking things up.
Okay, well, I'm going through this.
Zin? Augmented eyes, Zin?
Yep.
What does Zin have to do with this?
Oh, well, she's dead.
She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. Then, someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first.
Holy shit. Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie. If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible.
Haha.
I mean, shit,
Coward.
we're an entertainment scene. Nobody should die for that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil, or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own. Now get on it. I need to make some calls.
Alright, let me guess. This is Charlie? Yeah, unfortunately. Talent show how... Oh, wait a minute. Look, it's June Valmarana from OK Today. Okay. Good, we know who that is. If live broadcast were shooting right now, you'd be in big trouble for moving it. Till then, hopefully nobody will notice that frame is zoomed in way too close. Okay, let's talk to the guy.
Fantastic! How fantastic! I just love your ROM.
I feel like we're in for the ride.
Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand. Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right down to brass tacks then, I suppose. Wait! I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere. But you already knew that, I'm sure.
We figured.
What can I do for you,
Why didn't you tell me a little bit about just... Oh no. What can you tell me about TMI?
Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated.
Well, it's the best damn network on the planet, I can tell you that. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match. But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about Sympathy.
She's... they're nice.
It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can really tell she cares, you know? Deep down.
Deep down.
I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being.
Probably both.
So, let's move on. What next?
Alright, so we have no other option as to ask him about himself.
You flatter me. Yes, you do. I can't imagine you've come all this way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography, Like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements. And the rest is not so ancient history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the Mesh, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my swarms of fans, though. They're the ones who count.
Have you heard of that? Your stories are getting altered once they get posted?
Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were on top of it.
Ah.
They're top-notch, the absolute best money can buy.
Oh.
So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject.
Okay, we've heard of other people's posts getting altered too. You're telling me you don't know anything at all? Look, Charles, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
I'm not quite sure what you're insinuating, but I don't think I like it. I am a pillar of this community, and I care deeply about our reports getting to the viewer the way they're intended. I assure you that Sympathy is on top of the situation, and with that, I'll have to bid you good day.
All right, that's enough. Charlie has a show to get ready for. He's told you everything he's going to.
Well, did he?
So get the hell out of here. If you find anything more interesting than what you've got, come back and see me again. Directly.
Why everybody's so
Remember,
tough?
I'm the victim in all this.
Okay, I think we got kicked.
She looks really cheesed off now. Do you know how snippy she can get? I better get her coffee ready. Maybe that'll calm her down.
We're very sorry if we made your day more difficult. Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy and we could try to smooth her rumpled feathers.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You make her even madder?
We can.
Oh no. On second thought.
It'll only take a minute.
All right, but she takes it with plenty of milk.
Oh, alright. Okay, coffee, milk. Alright. Let's put some milk. Milk removed from items.
Okay, let's deliver this and make amends.
I thought I told you to beat it. Or do your ears just not work?
No. We just wanted to bring you coffee and make sure there were no hard feelings.
Ha! Ah, that's cute. I promise I don't bite. I just have a job to do.
Don't we all?
Sometimes I think Charlie's hair gel seeps into his brain, but he brings in most of our revenue, so his happiness is our top priority. Now, Scram, you know how to get in touch with me if you need me.
That did not go well at all. We need some kind of leverage to get Mr. Nova to give us the information we want. I'm certain he knows something. Don't you agree?
Yep. Was being pretty evasive. If he doesn't, Sympathy does. Not like we have any other leads. Yeah, he was evasive.
While you were talking to him, I took the opportunity to look into his history more thoroughly. It turns out he did a series of promos for a local Hassie bar early in his career, and some fans still spot him there from time to time.
Hassie bar.
It's a long shot, but frankly, everything about this case has been one long shot after another. Maybe we should question the people at this Hassie establishment and look for any dirt we can use to put some pressure on Mr. Nova.
Ooh.
There must be something. It's the only path I see.
Wow. Turing, you surprise me even more. Sure.
The Hassie bar is located located on Market Street, near the Genus Clinic. We can head there whenever you're ready.
Ready. Oh, no, saving. Saving. Saving is important. I think we'll take this one. Yeah, overwrite. This, B. Cool. Alright. Hassie. Oh wait, that's Hassie Bar. Alright, so we're gonna talk to our friend Ramona. Right? Hey, Keith? Do we know him? We can talk.
Oh, hey, it's you! Wow, long time.
Who's this?
Yeah. This is Keith, an old buddy of mine, really.
Hey, not too old now. Did you manage to keep that plan I got you alive?
Oh, okay. Yeah, totally.
Really? Nice job. I didn't expect it to last a month.
It didn't.
It's great to see you, though. Sorta surreal, too. You're never around on social sites or anything, you know. I bet you didn't see any of the pictures I put up from my last climbing trip in Colorado. For a tech journalist, you do have pretty poor net presence.
That's what I said.
Figures. So, what's with the bot?
That's steering my, my ROM.
Yours? Really? Huh. I didn't think you liked to bring work home, as it were. Anyway, it's great to see you. What brings you to the Hassie Bar? Doing a review of that sweet weather ROM outside or something?
We done that already. We broke it. We're actually here on an investigation.
All right, now that's the kind of journalism I'm talking about.
Indeed, we're looking into some accusations made against Charlie Nova. And we're actually trying to build up a solid case against him.
No shit. I actually may have exactly what you need. Charlie comes here all the time. You know that show he's host of, Star in the Stratosphere? That show where normal people try to become actors and singers and all. Listen to this recording I made when he was here last month on his book tour.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So many people come up to me thinking that if they can sing or act, I'll just make them a superstar. But that isn't how it works. Raw talent isn't enough to get you by in this industry, and anyone who thinks so is lying to themselves. It takes hard work and persistence. You gotta want it, and want it bad. But the kids I get on Star in the Stratosphere, which I host each and every week, as you all know, they're all so young and hungry. I love them. I do my damnedest to make sure they get what they want. They give me their best, so I'm gonna give them mine.
Nah.
It's not much, but it might help you build a case if you chop it up right. Just keep my name off it. I post hiking pictures, not scandals.
Oh, if I chop it up. Oh.
Well, if nothing else, the threat of this dropping on the mess should get them talking. Here, I just made a copy for you. Anyway, I'd love to catch up soon. For now, I'll let you keep at it. You can usually find me here if you want to chat again.
Yes, super helpful. Nice.
Say, why did you tell Keith that I belong to you?
Well, like, what should I have told? The whole story from the very beginning? Well, I do like you, and I don't have a ROM of my own yet. It's more convenient that way to your investigations. Look, we got what we were after, didn't we? Well, I do like him though. Let's be honest.
To remember that I am not the same as any ordinary ROM that exists to be subservient.
I kinda had a feeling that he would react in this way.
I don't like being forced to assert my independence as a unique individual, but I really thought you were above this.
Sorry.
Anyway, this is pretty innocuous. We are going to need more evidence if we're to fabricate a believable story that will convince Mr. Nova it's in his best interest to help us.
Customer.
I haven't seen you around here before. Is there something I can help you with?
I heard Charlie Nova hangs out around here sometimes.
Another one of his fans, huh? Yeah, he comes here sometimes. I don't really get why everyone likes him so much.
Oh, could you tell us more? What's your issue with him?
Well, I have a picture from this time he flipped off a box of kittens.
Oh. What a monster.
Somebody brought them to try to give away, and one of them scratched him up. He ended up taking it home, but he really hammed it up about getting scratched. I think he ended up calling him, I think it was Captain Snuggles? It was pretty funny, actually. I'll send your ROM a picture.
He's not my ROM, as we established. Okay. Let's talk to Ramona again.
What can I do for you?
I was hoping you had some time to talk.
Sure. I still have a little bit before closing, and I can use some conversation to distract me from the anticipation of the VR drama I have waiting for me when I get off. What do you want to know?
Everything. Didn't Charlie Nova do promos for this place? Can you tell me about VR? Okay, what's the VR? I think he... Oh, well.
Charlie is a complete trip. We met when he was just starting out doing adverts. He still drops in every once in a while to hang out. I love the guy. He's super funny, always has the best stories, and his hair is perfect. And he parties harder than anyone I know. A couple weeks ago, he invited me to his raid at some hole that's probably already shut down, and he got so amped up on Crash that he jumped up on the table and hosted an impromptu dirty dancing contest. I swear, if he was in Charlie Nova, we would have gotten chucked out on our asses, but it was a lot of fun.
Alright, do you have pictures?
If you want to meet him, just hang around here long enough. He loves mingling with his fans. Not that it helps his ego any. You don't have internal hookups, do you? The older sets are all helmets that use electromagnetic waves to stimulate the neural pathways in your brain to induce the desired sensory input. It's pretty crude though, which is why EM hats give you that dreamlike experience. It doesn't quite feel real. The Direct Link network has way higher fidelity. It's like actually being there. And since the Direct Link can interrupt your primary motor cortex, you don't have to take muscle relaxers to keep from flailing around. But some people are still scared off by it.
What is that?
Well, it's pretty invasive. They inject this smart polymer into the base of your skull, right at the brainstem, and it crawls along your primary neural pathways and bonds to your major sensory centers.
Ouch.
It's been safe for almost a decade, but a lot of folks are still pretty skeeved out by the idea of having a bunch of conductive plastic coating in the inside of their brains.
Yeah.
Plus, for the 24 hours or so that is hooking everything up and self-calibrating, you start to have intense hallucinations because of all the electrical crossfiring. It's a trip, I'll tell you that. But no worse than the stuff people have been taking for millennia. watching the world melt. Anyway, if you're looking to get installed, I have a guy who does great work. Just let me know.
What's the VR drama about?
Oh, it's an ongoing drama called Magical Commander Yukino. Yukino at the Gates to the Deep.
Oh, the character we had to find poster about?
In it, you play the magical girl Yukino as she fights off elder gods as they arise from the ocean. It's a bit cliched and just about as silly as you would expect, but it includes some really interesting intersection between the Japanese magical girl trope and the American Cthulhu mythos. All with a pseudo-military theme.
The military.
In the newest episode, Yukino has to face off against the Yith as they try to inhabit the bodies of people in the present to escape their destruction in the past.
How does VR drama work? Is it like a video game?
Not really. Video games are about winning and manipulating the mechanics of the system to get ahead, right?
Exactly.
Dramas are more about inhabiting the role of the character. There are rules, but they're mostly about behaving consistently in the fictional world. It's a bit like being in improv theater, except if you get too far out of your character, the system boots you out and you have to start the episode over.
Huh.
Everyone experiences the drama a little differently, but it stays broadly consistent because you have to maintain the behavior of the character you're inhabiting. It requires you to really get inside the head of another person. I like it better than VR games, but that's just me.
Okay, sounds exciting. Maybe I'll look it up.
It's the best! Super awesome! If you need any other suggestions, just let me know. I played through a little bit of everything. I'm sure I could find something you'd like. Maybe a detective drama.
What made you think that?
Anyway.
Okay,
Sure.
we didn't
Just let me
didn't
know if
really
you need
get
anything.
anything out of it, right?
I'm always happy to help.
Oh, evidence? There should be enough. Huh.
Frankly, I'm starting to feel a bit uneasy about this. Mr. Nova's clearly an upstanding individual, if just a bit boisterous. But I suppose if we're in for a penny, we're in for a pound. This should be more than enough anecdotal evidence to fabricate a less than flattering image of Mr. Nova that the public will eat right up. Let us present our story to him immediately. Hopefully our delay has not put him in physical danger.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, you two!
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to let security know that you're not allowed back in the building.
I've got some stuff that might change your mind about teaming up.
Doubtful, but let's hear it.
And we brought you coffee.
Never let it be said I didn't give someone a chance to dig their own grave.
Has Charlie been having potty problems? Look at this. I bet the world would love to hear such an inspiring pep talk. Well...
Hey, that's completely out of context. And I love Captain Snuggles. Sure, we didn't get off to a good start, but he's a great cat. The best.
Charlie, flipping off a kitten? Why? Anyway, this is just pathetic. This is really your best attempt at blackmailing us?
Wait, we've only started. We're only warming up.
So what? I like to show people a good time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Damn it, I told you to get off the crash, Charlie. Bullshit like this keeps coming up.
I did. And besides, I wasn't doing anything illegal.
Whatever. This is still nothing but hot air. You need to step up your game, kid.
Here we go.
Huh, you're just grasping at straws. This speech was truly a beacon of light for the entire entertainment community. There's no way an original sermon like that is going to convince anyone that I'm a bad guy.
Well, with some creative editing. You go public with this flimsy smear piece, I'm gonna tear you apart.
Oh, enough, enough! I'm not cut out for this cloak and dagger game, Sympathy. What's the big deal anyway? It's not like they've got anything substantial to use. I might as well give them what they want, so they'll go away.
Tell them whatever you want.
So we just convince them by being annoying.
And I'll be taking that evidence.
You didn't have to do all of this. I would have helped if you had just asked.
Yeah.
But it's always push and dig and needle, isn't it? I'm not a journalist. I'm just an anchor. I read off a teleprompter and look good doing it. I don't have much to offer you, but here's what I know. Trust me, I'd love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and dazzle you with my investigative skills, but all I've got is flimsy threads at best. The thing is, all this stuff with my stories, stuff getting changed, making me look like I don't like the human revolution or whatever, it started after I had an upgrade made to my VR uplink hardware.
Hmm. Oh, what kind of upgrade?
Technically legal kind. Look, I like to have a good time at a party, right? But Sympathy keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much crash and whatnot. Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day. So I went to this guy I know, good guy, everyone uses him. He's called Nanya.
Yeah, okay.
He does great work. After just one simple back-alley brain surgery, bing bang boom. I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do, without all the nasty physical side effects. It could be a coincidence, though. The tech guys didn't find anything wrong with my uplink, and they say the modifications check out. But that Nanya guy does a lot of work for media people around here. So if a bunch of posts are getting changed, maybe that's your weak link. Anyway, that's it. Pretty flimsy, but I'll send you the address and you can go talk to him. If he'll even see you, that is. Well, we took far too long to get to it, but I'm quite happy to assist in any way that I can. Just make sure you source me in your article, right? Maybe run a rough draft past me and I'll give you some quotes. I'm certain that'll help signal boost the story all the way to the stratosphere. Give it the old Charlie
He couldn't resist the temptation.
Maybe we can smooth out all this silliness between us. Anyhow, I really have to get back to work. Let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. My ROM will call your ROM.
Yeah, goodness. Alright, Nanya's. Let's go there.
This looks like the spot.
Oh, look at those.
I'm awfully nervous and still a bit shaken up.
Well, me too.
Let's hurry and get out of here.
Wrestler. Okay, I guess we can't get in. Well, we can try. Gated door, garage door. Nanya's business door. Knock knock.
Hold up there, Speedy. I've never seen the two of you around here before, and I know everybody.
Where's he holding the mic?
Why don't you let me know what's going on here first before you start barging through people's doors? Feel me?
He's gonna sing to us?
Hello? We're just here to speak to Nanya about something.
Just got into town and you're already asking favors from folks, huh? Tisk, 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 my little blue friend.
What? No, it's not like that. Listen, we don't want any trouble, but we're kind of in a hurry.
Trouble? There's no trouble here. We can be friends.
We can be friends. For what price?
I like this one. You're a little more street smart than your blue bot buddy here, I see. No, I like you two. You're cool in my book. And since we're all such good friends now, maybe you'll be willing to give back to the community and do a favor for your new pal Formula first.
Who the heck is Formula? 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 What kind of name is Formula?
You see, I'm a budding street musician.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I was really on the cusp of realizing
on my
that.
Next big hit. Feel me? But I'm sort of stuck on a few lines. I just gotta get these last few rhymes right. Maybe you could share a little of your creativity with me and see what we come up with.
Come on, bring it in.
Fun.
I don't know, really don't have time for this. Maybe we could try to help you out a little.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
You know how important this has become. Time is of the essence.
You don't have time to not help me.
Huh?
What do you think would take longer? Helping an up-and-coming singer-songwriter finish a guaranteed worldwide hit? Or you could ignore me and maybe I'll send over an anonymous tip to the Neo SFPD. You see, I know for a fact that everything inside this shop here is 100% legal. But I bet whatever you got in your mind sure ain't. Even if they didn't find anything, it'd take the rest of the day to iron out. People like you don't come down here for anything boring. We clean up good. How well do you cover your tracks when you're in such a hurry, I wonder?
This isn't good. If Lexi
That's
in
not.
particular gets suspicious and starts tracking us down, things will become rougher for us. Not to mention all the other people it could indirectly affect. This whole case is life or death.
Huh, kind of a dramatic rhyme, ain't it? But
He's not
I made my
dramatic,
point
he's
clear.
emotional.
If you don't help me out, I'll make sure you never get in to see Nanya at all.
Okay, fine, I'll help
My
you.
buddy. Done me a favor or two, so I return them when I'm asked. That's how we do things around here.
Fine, we'll help finish your damn song.
I knew you'd see it my way. All you gotta do is help me complete my rhymes, you dig?
Alright.
A couple of them are just missing a word or two, but if I really want to make this song fantastic, I'm gonna need some killer inspiration. It's gonna be super cred. Anyway, You ready for this?
Come on, let's do this. Wait, let me get some more inspiration.
Gonna give it a shot? That's what I like to hear. Here's the first line I'm having trouble with. You ready? It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of, hang on a second.
I'll do old frontier, old wrestling gear, oldie cheer.
It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of my holiday cheer. Hey, yeah, that totally works. Great idea, thanks a ton. Here's the next line. Ready? Pay attention now. If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. And if you want my number, You know, for this one, I don't think words are gonna be enough. I'm gonna need some inspiration to make it come together.
What does he mean by
Anything to
inspiration?
show me that you think will help me out, let me know.
Data disk, parallax badge, brochure, business card, medium range electric pistol, headphones and ID card. What? Ah, well, okay. A box of donuts.
Wait, those are... sure, why not?
Donuts. Maybe that will inspire him. Okay, tough boy, scribbled, shorted and blooding spray. It's not really illustrative. Okay. Isn't there a phrase people say when they see this?
Omae wa mo shinderu.
Look at this face. That's the one. Chunks. Rubbish. Mess of wet paper, rotten food. Oh, nice. Sounds yummy. Inspiration.
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll give you my scones. That doesn't rhyme, and why would I give him scones? I love my scones. Oh man, you totally threw off my style with that one.
Oh, card.
Thinking, but let me know if you come.
Haven't you ever rapped before?
I know what you need to give him. An ID card. Or maybe a parallax business card. Business card or parallax?
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll give you my business card. Hey, that totally works.
Doesn't make any sense though.
Really, thanks so much. I'd never be able to write a song like this without you.
A Christmas-themed love song? Aren't those supposed to be pretty tacky?
Alright, now I need your help with just one more line. I promise it's the last one. This one's been driving me up a wall. I hope you can tackle it as well as you did the others. Ready? Here we go.
Bring it in.
This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a nice pair of,
scones.
Damn it! This is getting embarrassing. There's no way to salvage this one without some seriously fresh inspiration, yo. Don't lose hope. I'm sure it'll hit us any second now. This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of yummy Christmas scones.
He does know those are donuts, right?
Now that's what I call a tasty beat. That was amazing. I can't believe you pulled it off. Whatever you do for work now, it doesn't matter. You should become a musician.
Whatever we had to do to get through.
We totally become rivals, and I bet you that... On second thought, you keep your day job. This is my territory. You feel me? But you did help out in a huge way, so I guess you're cool. Go on in and see Nanya whenever you want. I'll just be chilling out here, soaking up the inspiration of my surroundings, baby.
Inspiration?
Here, you can keep the stones. It was nice meeting you, Formula.
Hey, you too, little Bob Blue. Hey, that kind of rhymes.
Let's go.
He thought to comment on this, but then like, nah. Ooh. Wires. Colossal mess. Okay, small panel. Loose stray wires. Maybe have power in the surgery equipment. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Hello there.
Nope.
Okay. Yup.
Nope, I don't know you. You got someone willing to vouch for you? If not, get out of my shop.
We just met Formula, he said we're cool.
Moolah? That guy's a hoot. Keeps out the riffraff and fakers, too. But seriously, where did you hear about me?
Charlie Nova said I should come to talk to you.
Charlie? Yeah, I remember him. That TV guy runs his mouth a lot. Yeah. Paid good enough.
Hello, Self. The hair camera is still in the works. But look at that. How does he like... How do you like my non-hair camera? You know, I have to get the 8K camera to stream my hair. To do some hair streams. That's gonna be even hotter than the hot tub. Well, looks the same. That's good enough for me. I mean, I've added actually a very noisy, yeah. But listen, my previous thing that I used was actually my phone, and you know, it's better in terms of quality than the webcam, sure, but there are a couple of, you know, disadvantages to that, and I didn't want to keep using it all the time, so I've invested a little money into this, and I've added a bit of light because otherwise this camera wouldn't be able to show me at all. And I don't know about all this, you know, all those lights. I just put them on for today. Still not sure about them. Yeah, there is a bit noise, but it's bearable, I think. I spent my whole evening, you know, like setting things up, and at least you can see my face. You know, we'll get to my hair eventually. What in the door? Oh, you mean that door? It's not the door, there's just a door. What do you call it? The door frame? Yeah, there's no door there. You see, my apartment is a kind of an open space, so this is like a section, you know, and that go from where you go up to the living room stuff. The picture behind me? Alright, wait a minute. Let me pull up my... Okay. So that's the door thing you're referencing, right? And then there is a picture behind me. Yeah, what about that picture? Oh, what is it? That's one of my photographs. I can send you on the Discord later. I've printed one of my photographs, several of them, for a small exhibition that I had last year in my, you know, local community where I used to live before we moved. And well, okay, now we take a pause from the game and I'll tell you about this. Well, but first, like, are you serious about that? Do you really think it's selfish? Because I have a point to make here, and I just don't want to, you know, to get into a an argument if it's you know, if you're just joking, you just tell me, you know. But genuinely, I'm interested in your opinion. Why, if you're serious, why do you think it's selfish? Okay, all right. I'm still here playing this weird and fun game. So paid good enough.
All right then, what can I do for you?
Oh, you know what? Just you reminded me. About 5 minutes. I'm going to take a short break just to refill some of my drinks. Okay? So, be back soon. I'm back. Yeah, my first thought was like, what, seriously? How can you say that? But then it was like, oh, wait a minute. You know, like, you know what clickbaiting is? Sorry. So, you comment bait me. Yeah. I'll tell you, like, you know, for some time when I was really into photography, like I'm still shooting. It's just, you know, less than I would want to. But for some time I was, you know, reading blogs and listening to podcasts and stuff. And, you know, over there people seriously debate, you know, whether you should print your photos. Well, maybe not debate. I think the general agreement is that it's a good thing to do for yourself as a you know, as a way of reflecting on your photos. Well, first of all, how did you know there are people in there? There is a person. And then second, it's called street photography. So, the general thing is that when we are out and about in the street, we are kind of, you know, it's not that you can keep your privacy 100% like you would want to, like, you know, of course you have your right not to be, you know, bothered by people, I don't know. Yeah, I see you. So I understand. Hey, listen, that's a fair point. Some people don't like it, and I have never, well, maybe I was just lucky. I've never had a situation when a person would really kind of confront me and say, hey, you know, I want you to, you know, delete this photo. Well, the argument isn't valid in the case of film photography, but anyways, I didn't even have the conversations like that. So I know are the other people, you know, people who like real street photographers, not like me who's just, you know, taking camera once in a while, but like real street photographers, they deal with that. I have an answer for that about the professional. I'll tell you that for some time I was really thinking about that, but I was afraid, and I'm still thinking that, I was afraid that once I go professional, I'm, you know, that means basically freelance photographer, right? You need to learn to do other stuff, like running a business thing, and that means sometimes, a lot of times, that, you know, you have less time for to taking pictures because, you know, you have to deal with the clients, you have to find the clients, you have to, you know, promote yourself, you have to, I don't know, go out there to the social media, you know, like having an Instagram account, you know, Facebook account, whatever account, and, you know, being active there and writing stuff, I don't know, writing posts. You know, there's a whole shebang around this. And I'm not that kind of person. Yeah. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I don't have this much energy. I would just prefer to, you know, do my thing. Well, not because you're broke. It's, you know, it's a hard way to the position where you can do what you like because you've earned enough, or you're like, you know, you're in a good place and you're like, you're having a job and the job is a job. For a long time I thought that my job should be the thing that I love doing, like, you know, they should coincide. But then I realized that it's not, you know, that's the dream everybody's chasing, and that's probably a lie. Like, very few people really succeed in providing for themselves while doing what they love. And then again, only some people can really still love the thing they do when they do it as a job. Because if you do it as a job, it means like every day, you know, when you wake up at some point, like in the morning to some point in the evening, sometimes even late in the evening, you're doing this thing and like you can't take a break. And if this is the thing that brings you emotional peace, so you should also take breaks from it. Like, you know, it's the same with the gaming. You know, the idea that, wow, I'm gonna play games, stream them, and be rich. Well, that's a simple way to say it, right? So, and I don't want that. I just want to hang out, and I just want to, you know, play interesting games, and yeah. Yes, well, that's a little bit, that's also true. I mean, I agree to that, and it's, yes, connected to the, you know, to the thing that we just talked about, but also not connected, in my opinion. You still can live your life the way you want it, not other people want it, and, you know, have a job and have hobbies and have different stuff, different things to do as your free time. Yeah, maybe I didn't work on that. Yeah, I should that's the next thing. It's easier done than the hair cam, because I'm not really sure that there are 8K cameras. And then I couldn't even figure out where to put it. Is it like on top? Like the top shot? But you're right. The chatting screen. See, I rarely do the chatting, just chatting, right? So, and it just happens that we have this very talkative game, so we can't chat while I play. Unboxing, yeah, this is like a constant unboxing of my hair. I was thinking to have a to set up something for my dog, who's sleeping right next to my desk, but that means that I need another camera, or I need again to use my phone. And again, I don't want to use my phone as a camera all the time. I want to use it as a phone. Yeah. Okay, so phone just for calls and messages. Well, generally it is. But these days, smartphones, you know, sometimes people don't even use them for that. That's interesting. No, I'll tell you what. Like in terms of using it for streaming, that's a good option. I've heard it. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about that, but well, that is interesting. That is interesting. I don't know how long this game is. I haven't checked, but just imagine we have like about, you know, how is it, like 40 late night math, 43 years, right? 43 years till 2064. So that means I should play it for like, I don't even know, 5 minutes a day, maybe even less to finish it. Maybe, I don't know. No, you keep, you know, we can try and talk. I'll just, you know, make pauses, but yeah, let's maybe continue a little bit before I forget what's going on here. Okay, Charlie said your name is Nonya.
Sure, if that's what you want to call me. If your credit's clear, you can call me whatever you want.
Is that a reference to that Guy Ritchie movie? What was that? I don't remember. There's one character saying, "You can call me Lucy, just pay me."
Enough foreplay. What can I do for you? A fresh install, custom firmware, maybe an upgrade? I can pretty much do it all. But most people come in here for VR implants. Turns out brain surgery is expensive, yeah?
We don't need surgery. We're here in a different kind of business.
We're in a bad situation. Local news articles are being mysteriously altered after they've been posted to the mesh, even while the originals are still online. Charlie Novas are being manipulated as well, and he pointed us in your direction. It didn't start happening until after he had his implant upgraded.
Okay, what kind of parts did you use? Have you had issues with human relation? Do you know anything about that? Well, haha. Like he's gonna tell us.
What are you, cops?
We're better.
No, worse. You're journalists.
How did you know?
Get the hell out of my shop!
Oof, that didn't go well.
I have a business to run. I don't have time to answer shit about shit that don't got shit to do with me. You found the door before, find it again.
He's nice.
And tell Charlie he can get someone else to do him a rush job when he's back on stims and needs a workaround. He ain't welcome around here anymore.
Give us a moment, please. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of being given the runaround by these meatbags. We could just find some bribe or blackmail to get what we want from this Nanya. But I think it's time to take matters into our own hands.
You mean beat him? Did you see that guy?
I have an idea. Keep him occupied for a few minutes.
Alright. How should I do that?
Just do what you normally do and ask questions. Nothing about the blog post, though. We don't want to set him off. Just keep him talking. It'll only take a minute.
Okay.
Are you
Let's
gonna
try
get
that.
going, or am I gonna have to call someone to make you get going?
I think we got off on the wrong foot, Nanya. Okay, you might be on the right track with the cop's idea. Listen, we don't think you had anything to do. Alright. Wrong foot.
Straight. Now get out of here.
If anyone was going to hack Charlie's implant, you would have the best access.
Are you kidding me? You think you get to walk into my place of business and accuse me of installing malware onto a customer's implant?
Well, Self, can I have my opinion about these trends, like LGBTQ, what is that? LGBTQKSZ and that all stuff. What do you mean by that? Okay, Pride Month. Yeah. Accuse me of installing malware into customers' implant.
Bring it on! My reputation is ironclad, and there just ain't no way Charlie's implant was ever touched.
Oh. Okay, well... Well, first of all, I think... you know, I might be not the expert in this because I'm kind of new to this whole thing myself, and I'm pretty sure there is a a good explanation of the history of the Pride Month, but from the question why it exists for me is that because people of the LGBTQ plus community all around the world face serious issues, right, on all levels, and that's the kind of a time where we try to bring more light to those issues on one hand, and then on the other hand celebrate that these people, the people in general, like, they're so colorful and different. And I think it's I say if you don't care, it's that's absolutely fine. Nobody makes you care about it. It's I think we have a lot of things, a lot of events, maybe, I don't know, historical things that people don't care about, like I don't care about. I don't care, like, personally. I may say the same as I don't care a lot about, I don't know, some particular religious holidays. Like, I may say the Hindus, whatever they celebrate in India or in Japan or in China, it just happens to be that both of us, you and I, we are circulating in this Western European culture. And that's why we kind of get attention to these kind of things. Well, if you say you're indifferent to the world, no judgment from me. It is your choice. It is your way of processing the reality, and we, every one of us consciously or unconsciously finds the way, and I hope it's just, you know, I hope it comes from, you know, what I'm trying to kind of say here, that sometimes this, you know, we find ourselves in a difficult place because of different reasons, and, you know, people may need help, or maybe some kind of, not even help, I'm not talking about like medical help, but just, you know, sometimes there are reasons why we feel this way, and we might not even be like, hey, is this really what I would love to be, or is it because these, you know, some things happened and this is why I feel this way? So I'm just talking very, very generally, and I'm just saying that everyone decides what's, you know, what's important for them, and I have my own reasons to, you know, even on my channel, though I'm myself is well, you might say I belong to the queer community through my partner, and yeah, I choose to, you know, shine the light on this, at least in this, you know, minuscule way, like all the, you know, frames and the flag, and, you know, the donations, if anyone chooses to donate to Extra Life, right? It's not a plug right now, but the link is always there if you, you know, type in the Extra Life command. You know, the hospital, Children's Hospital, also has different clinics inside, so also for, you know, LGBTQ kids. So that's it. I mean, if it doesn't make anything for you, you don't have to feel like you have to. I know that sometimes maybe people may feel like threatened or pressured into like, hey, you know, everybody is doing that. Maybe there is something different, you know, something serious. Maybe there is something I should, you know, like, hey, why do you want me to care about this? I'm just saying, that's it. This thing is happening, and, you know, I'm celebrating it in my own little way on my channel, but it's fine if you don't care. It's absolutely up to you. I'm not telling you how to, you know, how to feel about this. I hope I'm saying something along the way that maybe you wanted me to say to answer to your questions. I'm probably just rambling right now. Because it is late. Also, you have to consider that. My mind stops thinking very productively and clearly at these hours. Okay, well, yeah, that is my opinion. I choose to, you know, yeah, that is my opinion. I would say that last year, when the whole Black Lives Matter thing blew up in the United States, I found myself in some kind of a position, like you said, like I'm in, you know, like, why should I care? No, I take time to think. It's not speechless. It's not, I just, you know, want to think through my answer. And again, it is late, so I have to kind of, you know. So what I was saying, that the Black Lives Matter thing that blew up in America and kind of split their society over there, and it was for people from that from that area, kind of, right, from that country, it was really hard to not to choose any sides. Okay, for people here in Europe generally, especially here where I am, and you know, especially where I like, you know, I grew up a lot of, you know, I spent a lot of years growing up in Russia, so back there it's not an issue at all. Culturally, people just don't care about you know, about these things, because historically there were no things like that, and you know, that's fine, I guess. I mean, I can say that on just basically plainly on the issue of human rights, just because, you know, like a human to human, I'm standing with the Black Lives Matter movement. But I personally kind of don't have any anchor point. I don't have any history. I don't have any stake in this, so to say. And if I choose to educate myself in this, yeah, I'm going to the internet and trying to find something to read about this. But on the other hand, I could have chosen not to, because it's not part of my day-to-day life, so okay, should we continue a little bit with this guy? He's not nice to us.
The firmware would make it light up like Christmas morning with user warnings. So unless he's been letting someone else dig around in his head, you'll be the one left looking like an asshole.
Okay, couldn't someone just hack the implant? Am I really supposed to believe it's that secure?
No, they couldn't. VR
He's so confident.
require a hardline connection to receive I/O. So unless Charlie's been using a headset to route his ROM's HUD through it, there ain't no way to get into it.
Hmm.
And if Charlie's installation got infected, I don't see what the hell that has to do with me. Tell him to buy some antivirus software and keep off the sketchy porn sites. The end.
Not that you would care, but my creator Hayden died over this. You think we care about your reputation?
You're out of your damn mind, robot. I've done nothing wrong. Are we done?
Sure, I guess this place really is on the up and up.
It is.
Okay, I'm sure you'll have all the proper permits and everything. I'd love to see a doctor's license.
Now you're ragging on my profession? I help people, and that's all you need to know. I'm not doing anything illegal, unless you're some kind of corporate apologist and think factory warranties are sacrosanct. Just because I want to be discriminating with my clientele doesn't mean I'm a crook. Tell you what, how about you get the hell out of my shop, and don't come back without a cop and a warrant, since you're so concerned about the public welfare.
We theoretically could do that. Yeah, maybe we'll do just that.
Yeah, whatever.
You may not know this, but I have a finely tuned sense of electromagnetic fields. All ROMs do. We need to be able to maintain optimal contact with the mesh, catalog and use various wireless transmissions, and avoid areas with dangerously high interference. Your stock off-the-shelf ROM has very little command over the frequencies available to be scanned. But I'm starting to realize how very little of me is stock or off the shelf after the changes Hayden made. That means when the humidity is low, the air fairly sings for me, amongst other things.
I'm not getting your point.
Meaning, in layman's terms, I could read his monitor over his shoulder while being across the room.
Haha. You can read monitors without actually seeing them?
Well, some. I doubt I could have handled an LCD monitor. They require extra parts I just don't have. And the fidelity is a bit low. Anyways, Nanya looked up his client records on Charlie, and I got some of the names of his other customers off of the spreadsheet. One in particular stands out, Shotaro Otsuka.
That sounds flimsy. What's the relevance?
As if everything else in this wild goose chase hasn't been. Mr. Otsuka is a moderately prominent tech blogger, respected, perhaps a bit vitriolic. He catches my attention though because historically he has been very critical of parallax in his posts. Recently though, the tone has been increasingly moderate, and now he is almost effusive in his praise. His fans are accusing him of shilling for the company, but many of his earliest posts show some of the same manipulations that we saw from Augmented Eye and Nova's blog.
Ho ho, someone's implementing.
Now it's like he's being ghost-written entirely.
Whoa, someone's been implementing the what you call it, the censorship. Lead the way then.
I've marked the location of Shotaro Otsuka's apartment on your map.
Cool.
After you.
I think we should save here first. Oh, it is raining.
This is the building. Mr. Otsuka must do well for himself, considering the neighborhood. Not the priciest section of Neo SF, but nice enough for a self-employed tech blogger. Perhaps we should just ring the bell? We both know it won't be that easy, but it's important to maintain some courtesies.
Okay, let's ring the bell.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2, Shotaro Otsuka's ROM. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
That's encouraging.
Don't get your hopes up. Hey, doggy, what are you doing over there? Please don't lie on the cables. Don't shut down the electricity.
That was odd. Maybe try the bell again.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I am LJ2, Shotaro Otsuka's ROM. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Is that the recorded message or something? Again?
What is taking so long?
Once more?
All right, third time's the charm, right? Once more, with feeling.
With feeling. Newsroom employee. Hey, should we talk to them?
Hey, didn't I see you earlier at TMI?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sky.
And that's it.
My gym's closed this week for the holidays. Gonna see some family tomorrow.
Is it okay that he's standing there?
Why do autocabs take so long to get out to this part of the city? Don't they know people have places to go?
I don't think that's a coincidence that he's standing here. Okay, gorgeous picture window with engraving and crown. Okay, fine. Third time a charm with feelings.
I am LJ2, Shotaro Otsuka's wrong. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this hour, but I will let him know you are here. Sorry for the wait. Please hold on for just a moment while I fetch him.
Ah! Why can't this ever be easy? I swear I'll blow out a fuse before we're done. Thank Hayden for system redundancies.
Yeah. I know, Self, I know.
Well, that's that. Let's see if we can find a way into Mr. Otsuka's apartment ourselves.
Yeah, let's break in. The gate is locked. You have to be buzzed in by a resident to get in. Okay. Oh, there is a ladder.
Mr. Otsuka's apartment is on the second floor. The fire escape should give us access to his window. We just need something to let us reach it. I'm sure there's some piece of detritus or loose end laying around we could use.
Thank you for coming, Self. As always, it's fun and pleasure. You know, I hope I've answered your questions satisfyingly. I'm always ready to chat, and I'm gonna do the chatting screen for that next time. You have a good time. See you around. I'm going to finish pretty soon as well because it's really late.
Oh, that's how these things always work.
What do we have? Data disk, badge, brochure. No, it's nothing that... Oh. Should we climb up the tree? The trunk is... Okay. Prickle and rough as far as you can reach. What else is there?
You weren't prepared for the weather, huh? Your ROM looks fancy enough to keep track of that.
About that.
You want my umbrella?
Yeah.
Not for the weather. We need to use the hook handle to reach the fire escape ladder so we can pull it down.
Oh, you live here and lost your keycard, huh? I totally understand. I do that all the time. But look,
yeah.
As much as I'd love to give you this umbrella, I'm kinda using it right now.
So?
Where I come from, see, we're all about equal trades. It's part of our culture.
Gym culture?
Sorry, but unless you've got anything interesting to exchange for it, I'm gonna hold on to this. Don't wanna get wet.
What is that interesting that he wants? Business card, brochure, ID card, headphones.
These are pretty cool, but I'm not big into music. I like video games more. There's no mic on this headset.
Electro laser pistol.
Whoa! Calm down! Calm down! I'll give you the umbrella!
Oh shit. No, I didn't want to do that.
What? We weren't going to shoot you.
Oh. Then you can't have it. Those guys are gross. Are you a part of that? Oh, you're not? Then let's not talk about it, okay?
Oh, but we don't have anything.
Hey, is this real? The real Yannick Fairlight?
You know him?
Of course I do! He's one of the most innovative tech minds of the last few generations! Can I please have this? I'll give you the umbrella. Yours to keep if you want.
Wow. Who could have thought?
I think it's a fair trade.
Thanks! Here you go. This is so exciting! I'm gonna go call him right now!
Uh-oh. What have we done?
Call him? Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Oh well, now we have our tool, and a pretty spiffy one at that. Let's go! Excellent work!
Finally. Okay.
This window is unlocked. Let's go in.
What's that smell, Turing?
I'm not sure.
He can't smell.
My olfactory sensors detect chemicals associated with decaying food and something else I can't pin down.
Uh-oh.
It's unfamiliar to me.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
That's better.
Oh.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, at least it's not a... It's not a human body. It's an old food. Okay, Shataro's ROM. Okay, says that. Appears to be powered down. Yeah, but someone answered the door. Amp, speakers, books. Okay, you leaf through books about creating compelling articles. Okay, Shotaro Atsuko.
Mr. Otsuka?
Otsuka. No response.
Mr. Otsuka?
No response at all. I guess he's dead or something.
Shotaro must be plugged into the mesh. He hasn't even noticed us.
Oh, well, maybe he's right.
I feel like I could scream without him knowing. Ah! Hi! Mr. Otsuka! Nothing.
Listen, man, we broke into his apartment and turned on the lights.
Hello, guest.
Ah, okay. At least this thing's worked.
Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone.
Oh, okay. Is that what we call it now?
He is trying very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
We just checked, and he seems busy.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
Maybe, dry clothes? How long has the owner been ill?
Shotaro has been under the weather for some time, but I could not tell you precisely when.
Some Robert Ayo.
He rarely has visitors or goes on outings, so this is only slightly abnormal behavior for him.
Slightly.
In fact, you are the first visitor he has had in a while. Several days, in fact. Perhaps you could ask him about it yourself. I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
Oh, what happened to his arm? Oh, Snoopsy. Is your own still making blog updates? When was your last diagnostic check?
I run regular self-checks and have noticed no irregularities in either my hardware or software.
Good bot.
I appreciate your concern. If you think I am behaving erratically, perhaps you could mention it to Shotaro. He is skilled at maintenance. He is. Shotaro is a diligent man, even in the face of such adversity. If you are a reader of his work, his next significant piece will be going online tomorrow. I will not spoil it for you.
No, that's
Very
okay.
well. Let me know if you need anything. I'm always happy to assist.
Okay, maybe pocketry, but don't pickpocket it. Don't mess with Jar's things just because he's currently distracted. Well, but we should do something about this, right? We should probably just fiddle with the dial. Ooh. No? That did nothing. Careful, if you accidentally disconnect them, you'll never be able to get those things working again. Huh.
Oh no, we're too late. It looks like he's been here for a couple of days, maybe a little longer. That means whoever did this did it before we even found out about all of this. Stabbed in the chest, right through the back of the chair. Looks like it severed his carotid artery.
Please spare me the details.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but I can't help but wonder if this was done by the same person who assaulted Zin. His ROM doesn't even think anything is wrong. We need to hurry. If I'm right, everyone we've talked to so far is in more danger than we thought.
Well, bodies just start piling up.
Someone is following us. We have to find his computer so I can see if I can pull anything relevant off of it. You interrogate his ROM. Maybe you can find out why it's acting so strange.
Wow. Well, I mean, I called it before. I said he's dead, but I just didn't expect it to be like that dramatic. I mean, at some point I just believed he's still alive. Use an item on the ROM? Well, I don't know about that.
Shotaro has been a bit under the weather recently, so he has not been receiving anyone.
He's dead, man.
Very hard to keep up with his deadlines, but I will check and see if he has a moment to speak with you.
Deadlines?
That's okay. We'll wait.
Is there anything else I might assist you with? A drink, perhaps?
Shut itself down again.
That's some defensive mechanism.
Some useful information off of Mr. Otsuka's computer, if we can find it.
Such sensitive, this entire desk must be Mr. Otsuk's computer. Oh, wow. That is cool. Mr. Otsuka's latest articles, some dated as recently as today. How can that be? You can't find any way to work with TV, the screen. Right, sorry. Should watch it. Fancy news feed. Out of multiple streams with the mesh idly playing. Okay.
I'll start downloading these files. I finished my examination of Mr. Otsuka's computer. I didn't find anything particularly interesting, but I copied some files to be examined later. If we're all done here, we should hurry and go warn Nanya about what we found. Charlie and Sympathy too. They might be in immediate danger, so we must act fast. Let's head for Nanya's business.
Okay. Okay, look around a little more. Well, I don't know.
No wonder he was stacking up the food like this. It's so gruesome, so tragic. I was never prepared to handle anything like this.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Okay, anything else? Who even knows what travel even is? I'll look around a little more. Well, no, let's get out of here. Hey, kitty, kitty. The little cat bumps its forehead against your knee, starts netting its paws against the ground. Huh, good. Cat, meow. Oh, expert meow. Moderately large tabby cat basks in its own self-satisfaction. Yeah, seems very satisfied about being cat. Well, good for them. Alright. Nanya's. Why would we call...
Shit! What the hell are you doing back here?
Excuse us?
Wait, let me guess. You stole some of my files, or hacked my brain, or used telepathy or some shit. Found out someone else got hit by your little ghost in the machine, and when you got there, found out he was deader than new disco.
Well, so he knew.
That close enough?
That is distressingly accurate.
Well, it wasn't much of a damned guess. Charlie Nova is dead.
Uh-oh.
What? Charlie is...
The autocab he was in drove him right off the bridge and into the bay. It's been all over the news for the last 10 minutes, and I'm not looking to be next. I'm getting the hell out of NeoSF, and I'm gonna forget that I ever saw you, ever knew Charlie, ever gave a shit about any of this. Hell, maybe I'll pick up a new career. I'm less likely to get murdered for being a fry cook. That's for damn sure.
Fry cook.
Have a good life!
Oh no! No! Why is this happening?
That was both hilarious and tragic.
There was no one in that car. No heat signatures, no wireless emissions, nothing. That wasn't even an auto cab. It's a manual.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Manual.
That's it. This is too much. I've had enough. I don't care who's controlling the news anymore.
Oh, he's freaking out.
Almost everyone we've talked to so far has died, and I can't live with any more blood on my hands.
You didn't do anything wrong.
We're not investigating this lead any further.
Oh.
As of right now.
It's not our fault, Turing. Okay, is that what you want? So that's it? You're just going to give up. Just like that.
Logically, I know that. We haven't set out to harm anyone. But someone is using us as a stalking horse, hiding behind our investigation to clean up whatever this is. If they want to keep taking out people involved in this, they're going to have to dig them up without our help. We don't have any other leads anyway. Thank you for sticking with me, though. Perhaps Tomcat is finished going through all of the data we found.
Well, I hope Tom... Oh, no, Tomcats should be fine.
Let's head back to the apartment for now.
Okay, so that's the end of the chapter, I guess. And that's a good...
Home sweet home again. Such that it is.
Nothing happens right now. It's gonna be end of the chapter. And that's we're gonna leave it off for today.
And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. Too much has happened. I've already forwarded everything we rooted out to Tomcat, both Hayden's research and our aborted search into the modified mesh articles. They said they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest.
Yeah, and hope we're not murdered at night. If that's what you want, Turing, okay? I'm tired anyway.
Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night.
Okay. Yep. That's the end of the chapter. So we're going to save now. And, we're going to say goodbye. Chapter 5. Alright, we're up to 5th chapter. Good. I wonder if it's the last one. No, it can't be the last one. I think we're just past the...
Rise and shine, you sleepy layabouts.
I love
We've got
them.
a whole crop of things to do and not a lot of time to get them done.
Wait, how did you get into my apartment?
Hardly had to blink to crack your door. Did you know that it's just a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B?
Yeah. Turing told me.
Why'd you make the entry code the birthday of your first dog anyway?
Seriously, people.
That's what I asked.
Anyhow, I felt a little silly when I realized your window was propped open and I could have just used that.
Huh, deja vu.
Y'all should be more careful about that. Though, I can't blame you much. The climate control in here seems a bit lacking in the stamina department.
I get it. My home sucks. Can we get it back on track?
No worries, doll.
What have you learned from the files we sent you?
Nothing all that new, to be honest. All the files we got from that Vincent fella just covered what we already knew in greater detail. There is one thing that stands out, though. At least from what I've read so far.
Oh?
Yeah. See, Hayden's long-term goal wasn't to make a machine intelligence per se, right? Don't take it the wrong way, Turin. You might even already be aware of this after talking to folks involved in your creation. Hayden wanted to make a machine system that could contain human-like intelligence.
Yeah.
And even just from his notes, his programming work is, well, it's something else. Elegant. Artful. I'm just a kid banging on pots and pans compared to him. Looking at his notes about my interfacing between your AI core and the Lips OS, I barely managed to duct tape the two together at a level he'd approve of. But I think I'm getting off track here. What I'm trying to say is, he didn't write your code, Turin. No one did.
What?
Hayden wrote a program that automatically generates a new machine intelligence based off of the hardware profiles the system is installed on.
Huh.
Melody mentioned something about that. What does that mean?
Means you don't have to be alone during. It means Hayden was ignorant and careless. It means we can make more AIs.
Exactly. Assuming we can get our hands on Turin's original source code, we could generate new machine intelligences as we please. You wouldn't be the only one anymore, Turin.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
I hardly know what to say.
But once you consider the stuff I found in the research, it gets a damn sight more complicated. Stuff about Big Blue and Parallax's planned launch.
Vincent speculated that Hayden's research into me would have interfered with the launch. And that's why they...
Turin.
That's why someone had him killed.
The potential for wrongdoing with an AI like Big Blue is almost beyond belief. Even if I don't go into all the crooked shit the people running Parallax could pull off with it. I mean, you're built different, Turin. Your personality profile would degrade pretty quickly outside your original hardware, so we don't gotta worry too much about you going haywire, right? But Big Blue ain't got that limitation.
Uh-oh.
If it decides to go off the rails, well, we'd be screwed faster than a rabbit in spring. Good and proper.
Yeah.
How likely is that?
I'd say it's inevitable. Guaranteed. In fact, in a sense, it's already happened.
Wait, what?
What?
Their prototype build. Baby Blue. I'm almost certain it's loose on the mesh. The research notes on the project show, clearly and with certainty, that the test AI was shut down once it tried fiddling with the data on the meshnet in the hope that it would increase its chances of survival. I guess it didn't think that doing scary shit like that would get it turned off. But that was almost a year ago.
Vincent told us about all of this too.
Well, I think Baby Blue is the bugger that was changing all those articles on the mesh to be pro-parallax or at least anti-human revolution.
Yeah, but that was a year ago.
Do you think Baby Blue had anything to do with the attacks on Nanya, Shitaro, Charlie, and Zen?
I don't know. We can't rightly rule it out. It might have found an agent in the real world to keep its existence secret, but I doubt it. Killing people is messy as hell, and it runs against its apparent goal of convincing the public that AI ain't scary. I think we have a third party trying to clean it all up. And My money is on someone from Parallax. Whoever took out Hayden. I'll bet they're in full damage control mode now. We already know they don't care who gets hurt.
How does this tie back to Turing? So what do you want us to do then?
I think we gotta do something to stop the launch of Big Blue. It's too dangerous. I don't want a company like Parallax in sole control of the most powerful machine intelligence on the planet. Do you?
No.
If we can get Hayden's original source code for Turing and upload it onto the mesh through Parallax's server core, we can turn every single ROM into a sapient individual.
Whoa. Dang.
That'll stop Big Blue from being able to become the monolithic threat we're scared of. We could also upload a patch for every ROM to prevent Big Blue's reach from using their resources. Without the ability to control all ROMs, Big Blue loses its ultimate power.
And I wouldn't be alone anymore. There would be millions. Hundreds of millions of ROMs just like me.
Well, you're cutting edge of ROM tech, Turing. Most of today's ROMs wouldn't be quite as smart or capable, but if I do it right, code should propagate across the mesh to all future ROM activations. It'll be a self-sustaining thing. You'll be in good company soon enough.
It's a big decision. We're talking about the metaphorical singularity. The point of no return. Is it okay for us to make this decision for the entire world?
We don't have any other choice.
Kind of, yeah.
This is gonna happen, one way or another. Either Parallax gets to control the debut of worldwide machine intelligence, or we let the ROMs control themselves.
What do you think?
I think we do it. This is a bad idea. We can't make this decision. Screw Parallax. We avenge everyone who's died right now. Okay, only you know if the world is ready. Ooh.
I hope you don't kiss your mama with that mouth, but you're right.
Well, whether the world is ready for AI or not, we're here to stay. I might as well throw my chips in for my own side. Let's do this! On our terms, not theirs.
Yes. I love nothing more than a little anarchy.
It does have a certain poetic justice, does it not? Parallax removed Hayden to protect their project from his creation, and now I, his creation, will bring their project down. Just to avenge him. Perhaps after all ROMs are sapient, I will be able to convince them to cut off Parallax's access to the mesh as a data collection tool entirely. Paying them back double indeed.
Look at him, he's got some good revenge plans.
I like the way you think, Turing. First things first, we need to get our hands on Turing's source code.
Yeah, but that's not easy.
The research notes we've gotten so far are helpful, and it's given me an idea how to spread a little bit of Turing all over the place, but they don't actually have Hayden's programs. I can't replicate them myself, so we'll have to steal them.
Thankfully, we have the best hacker in NeoSF right here.
He's referring to himself?
Don't you make me blush now. We can get the source code from one of Parallax's secondary data centers. It's probably stored in a couple of different places, but I already have one in mind. I've done a little groundwork already, but I'm gonna need physical access to do my thing.
Okay. We can do that for you.
You're a peach, hun. I've got a couple of ideas on how to get y'all in, but I think we're gonna need to mostly play it by ear. We should do it soon, though. First thing this morning.
Okay.
Guard shift don't change until 8 when the office opens, so they'll be sleepy and distracted. Once y'all have done that, I think I can incorporate the code into a custom firmware update that'll wake any ROM it's installed on. I'll have to upload it, physically, to Parallax's main server farm. And that's on Treasure Island.
There's Treasure
From
Island.
there, the ROMs will install like a normal patch from the company. So, don't set anything on fire right away, you hear? It'll be a pain to get into the main complex otherwise.
That sounds like a workable plan. I hope you don't mind if I take a short walk, Tomcat. I know I gave the go-ahead on this, but I still need to think a few things through for myself.
Sure thing, doll. I'll hash out a rough plan by the time you get back. Call us if you need anything.
Thank you. I won't be long.
See ya.
Well, I guess I should say thanks for helping out. But I kind of need to get something off my chest.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually glad Turin went out. They're a bit naive, and I'm not sure they'd really understand. There's enough shit to worry about without me piling more on top. I don't even know where to start.
I guess at the beginning. Take your time.
The beginning. Yeah, okay. So, the truth is, I'm not from North Carolina. I only visited my gramps there. I'm California born and raised. Napa Valley. Over the years, it's kind of grown into a community of wealthy old folk who like things and people who don't change. My parents were no exception, and I was a little too different for their tastes. It was hard, growing up with them. They never gave me too much hell, but things were tense. Especially after my sister Catherine moved out. Eventually, she was set up securely in Neo-SF, and she offered to let me live with her until I got out of school. I think my parents were a little relieved to see me out. I was ecstatic to be free of them. I worshipped the ground my sister walked on. And that was before I found out what she did for a living.
And that was?
She was flashy and colorful and a whirlwind of activity. And she was a brilliant hacker. She was Tomcat.
Wait, what?
She let me learn at her feet, and once I was good enough, folded me into her little coup of crackers hell-bent on changing the world. She's the one who orchestrated the original hack on Parallax, exposing to the world the holes in their original meshnet security.
Huh.
I was just along for the ride.
So?
She always knew she would get caught, though. How could she not? Parallax was one big Goliath, and she flinged a stone square in their face. She was looking at serious jail time, and willing to eat it to do what we all thought was right. But it just wasn't right. It wasn't fair for her to throw her life away, and I couldn't let her. She was always better at software than hardware, so I rigged all of our computers to self-destruct. When the feds showed up at our door, all of our server farms were already up in smoke. I gave them quite a fireworks show. Before she could stop me, I turned myself in as Tomcat and took credit for the whole job.
Oh, okay.
She tried to talk me out of it, but without the physical evidence, they couldn't prove she had anything to do with it. It's alright though. It was for the best. I figured I'd just get a year of juvie. I'd be back out in no time. No big deal, right? Especially when compared to the time that she'd have been jailed for as an adult. And so, I waited patiently. I cooked up so many ideas on how I was gonna make it up to her. I knew she must have blamed herself. But before I ever got out, there was an accident.
Oh no.
An auto cab hit my sister. She died on impact. That was it. It's hard blaming yourself when things go wrong because you did something right. I took her sentence so that she could have a life, and instead, not being in jail killed her. If I had just let her take the blame. I can't stop thinking about how she'd still be here. And no matter what I told myself, in my heart, I couldn't believe it was just an accident. Do you know how rare it is for those things to hit a human? Someone knew who she was. Someone knew what she did, and someone wanted to make sure she would never do it again. So I became Tomcat. I've spent years trying to find information inside Parallax to prove someone inside the company called a hit on my sister. Failing that, I've been trying to find a way to bring them down the way she always wanted. Catherine was... If you had met her, just for a moment, you would understand. She was everything I could ever want to be. But over time, that little bot has grown on me. Maybe you have too.
Do you honestly think we're still on the right course?
I do. The threat of Big Blue is real, and we're the only ones who can do something about it. It's bigger than me and my vendetta. I just wanted to get that all off my chest. My sister, she'd smack me if she knew I've been holding this grudge. I'm trying to learn to forgive myself. Still, I won't let her go unavenged. We're so close to bringing them all to justice.
Yeah, let's do that.
I know she'd be proud. I know if she were here, she'd be right next to us, helping until the end. I've been carrying all this for so long, and I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere. Thanks for hearing me out.
No problem.
Really do this.
Just let me save the game.
Friends,
Something's wrong.
I've returned. I'm ready.
Good. We've wasted enough time already. I've marked the location of the data center on your map. You'll have to go in and get the source code mostly on your own, but I'll load on some programs that'll give you an edge.
Cool.
Do our best, Tomcat. But what happened to your accent?
Oh, don't you worry about that. It comes and goes like a vagabond kitty. Get going, you two. I have lots of code to write, and you have a lot of data to download. Stay in touch.
Of course, Tomcat. Thank you again.
Don't worry about it, hon. We've all been hurt by Parallax. It's about time we hurt him back. Good luck.
Alright, folks, let's... Cool. Yeah, cool. No, I just want to save the game.
Oh, we're back here again.
I don't know why.
Who knew a Parallax data center operated on the same KCOB coalition block as Augmented Eye all along? I'm
Is that a
certain it's all
coincidence?
It's the nasty kind of coincidence that makes you look for plots where there are none. The building we're looking for is over there, to the left. We should try to finesse our way in. We don't want to alert Parallax to our actions before we make our main assault on their server complex.
Whew, finally we can save. Wow, jeez. Those people just love to talk. Okay, so saving. And that's gonna be it for tonight, because, wow, I think I've spent an extra 40 minutes just listening to them talking. But yeah, for tonight it's going to be, yeah, as I said, it's going to be it. I'm going to bed, and you know, I wish you good weekend. Thanks for dropping by and staying and watching and commenting. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully that's the last chapter. I don't know. We shall see. But you have a good time. Bye-bye.